What's up, guys? LQ here with the LQ Review. Thank you for joining me here on my YouTube channel. This is where I talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that I love to talk about. Comic books, movies, video games, TV shows. Love to talk about it all right here. And yeah, Survivor, if you've been around my channel for any amount of time, you know Survivor is one of my favorite TV shows. Might be my favorite TV show. I've been watching it since it started. So obviously I'm going to chime in on my thoughts on Survivor 46, Episode 1. So if you'll remember, I thought Survivor 45 was great. I thought it was the best season of Survivor since 40. And so, after 40 is kind of the new era of Survivor. Jeff Probst said as much. So I think 45 was definitely the best season in that era. I also think 45 was just a good season. Good cast, good gameplay, some memorable people. I just thought it was a great season. So this season, obviously, we want to keep that upward trajectory because I famously have not liked Survivor since season 40. And 45 was great. So I want to see them continue that trajectory. And this first episode, I liked it. I'm happy to report that I liked episode 1. It has a lot of big characters, who I think are going to stand out. I think that we probably have some future All-Stars in this group already. And yeah, just big characters make Survivor because big characters can drive story. And at the end of the day, it's about the story that's being told. So, let's go over some of the characters that really stood out to me. So Burdett, I liked him a lot. I liked how he wanted to compete. I liked how he was willing to call out Jelinski. You know, Burdett kind of drove the whole let's get Jelinski out of here strategy. I like the guy. I think he's a hard worker. I think he's someone who is going to tell the tribe like it is. That might come back to bite him. Who knows? But I like him. I don't think he's a threat to win the game. And maybe as we watch the show, I'll change my mind on that. But I really liked him. Whenever he was on screen, I was like, all right, let's see what Burdett has to say. Charlie, I thought was very memorable. Simply because not because of his Taylor Swiftism, which I thought was funny, but because of his ability, I think he's going to be able to make a lot of relationships. And this is a game about relationships. So he has already gotten himself in with the girls on his tribe. He's already gotten himself in with the guys on his tribe. He has a couple roads he can take now. And because of that, I think to some extent he's going to be driving some of the story here in the early parts of this season. So I definitely like Charlie. He's someone who stood out to me and just anxious to see what happens with his gameplay. Then you have Tevin. Tevin, I don't know that he's going to do well in this game, and he might. He might do really well if he gets in with the right people. He's got a big character, though, a very big personality, which is going to make him a big character in this show. If he goes far, he's the type of he has that type of character where I could see him being a future all-star in this game. If he's able to go far and make it maybe to the merge, I could see him being a future all-star simply because he does have that big personality and he is, I believe, going to be a big character on this show. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to win it simply because of that big personality, but I do think he's going to be someone who's going to be fun to watch. Banu? I hope I'm saying the name correct. Banu? I think he's going to be a really popular character, someone who immigrated to the United States, gained citizenship, and you can tell he loves the game. Just by the way that he talks, he's already shown some emotion over the game. I think that that's the type of player that the fans are going to be really eager to see play. He's really going to ingratiate himself to those fans. The fans are really going to enjoy watching him go far, if he does indeed go far. So I think he's going to be popular. Let's see. Tim, Coach Tim, another one of my personal favorites. I'm a coach, so I can definitely resonate with people who are coaches and kind of pour into the lives of young people. And he's someone who I think is going to do well in this game. I think he has the personality. When you're a coach, you have to be able to learn how to navigate all sorts of different kinds of people, all sorts of different kinds of personalities. And I think he's going to be able to do that. Venus. Venus is my dark horse in this game. So far, after the first episode, I really like her gameplay. I really like her aggressiveness, how she's able to make some relationships. And yeah, someone already said it. She's Parvati-like. And I think that she is. And, that's bit Parvati in the past. Parvati's gotten voted out simply for being Parvati. But Parvati's also gone far. She's gone to the end twice simply because she's a great player. And she has those attributes that make a great player. So if Venus it does indeed have those attributes, like I think she might, and she's able to kind of stay under the radar enough to not be identified as that Parvati-like player, which it could be too late for that, I could see her going really far and even potentially winning this game as that dark horse. I think I have two people who I'm going to call as favorites to win the game simply based on episode 1. My first is Tiffany. Tiffany is showing a real awareness of what's going on around her. She definitely has the social aspect of the game nailed. I think she has a good story, and I just think that she brings with her, she called it hustle, but I think she brings with her a certain level of gameplay, but not overplay, that I think could cause her to do really well in this game. We're only one episode in, so who knows, but she's definitely one of my choices to go far and potentially win. My other one, who I've made a short where I've predicted it, the Survivor winner. I try to predict one every year or every season. My pick to win is Hunter, and that is because I do think he has a lot of social ability. I think he has a lot of challenge ability. I think he also has the ability to kind of sit back and let other people do the flashy moves while he sits back and is just a loyal number on an alliance. So Hunter is my choice to win. I think that Tiffany could very well be that winner as well. But if I had to pick one, I would go with Hunter. Let's talk about this episode. Jelinski, I don't know. I don't know what was going on in his head. He said he wasn't a good liar, and boy, is that the truth. He came onto that island and didn't tell any lies, and it ended up biting him in the butt. He was very forthright about the fact that he didn't think he could do it, the sweat challenge, which obviously made Burdett angry. He also didn't play the game on the journey they went on. He folded immediately, and that's fine. The funny thing is, when he did that, I thought, that's an interesting play. That could actually work out for him. I remember thinking that. But then he goes back to his tribe and tells them everything. And he's straight up, yeah, I gave them a couple votes, and I don't have any votes. Basically, I folded. Why? Why? You're playing Survivor. It's a game of deception. It's a game of strategy, and you're just putting all your cards on the table. You're playing a hand of poker. You can't see what your opponents have, but you're laying your cards down. I don't know what you're doing here, but it got you voted out. And I think the writing was on the wall going into Tribal Council. I was honestly kind of hoping that he would stick around and that Jess would go, just because he is it was entertaining in the way that a train wreck is entertaining, and I was enjoying having him on there, and I was hoping that we could get this crazy incoherent gameplay for a couple more episodes, but alas, we only got him for one episode, and that's plenty. It was entertaining. So Jelinski, you made your own bed, man, and it was fun having you around for an episode. But so far so good. This was a good episode with a lot of big characters. And we'll see how that plays out the rest of the season. I liked it. So what did you think of Survivor 46 episode 1? I'd love to hear your take on it. Let's have a conversation. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments below. Who is your pick to win this season? I'd love to hear your pick, and we can compare and contrast notes. While you're down there commenting, hit the subscribe button, and until next time, we'll see you guys later.